Hello my dear friends, this is Prashant Mamani, or I welcome all of you in this video lecture which is based on air pollution in India. You would be aware of this thing that this is a topic of importance. You will find questions based on this topic in your previous question papers. And that is one of the main reasons that you should have in-depth knowledge on this topic. So let's start. What you are going to learn in this lecture. We are talking about Delhi air pollution because this is a place where we have seen hazardous air quality. We will also talk about blame games, then we will go through pollution, what exactly it means and stuff like that, some technical and information like numerical information. Then we will talk about study results of IIT Kanpur, then why this thing or the air pollution is severe in Delhi. There are some geographical reasons which we will talk about. We will also go through some facts and government steps taken by government, and then I will provide you some solutions like how we can sort this issue. So let's quickly start. Delhi. Now Delhi is most polluted city in the world. You might have read this thing on newspaper headlines, particularly air pollution. Of course there is water pollution as well, the Yamuna river, but in this topic we are focusing only on air pollution. But yes, we have to think ahead and come out with index of other pollutions too, such as we have to take out noise pollution. हमारे यहाँ horns इतने बजते हैं, so we know it has a severe impact on human health. It has impact on animals and birds as well. Land pollution is a bigger issue, and water pollution, right? So apart from air pollution, we also have to think about coming out with the index of these three things. Moving on, blame games. Now automobile industries are blaming road dust. They are saying that jo road ke dust hoti hai, that is the main reason why we have pollution in Delhi. Delhi government is blaming stubble burning or paddy burn. Paddy ki jo stubble hai usko burn karte hain neighboring states mein, so they are blaming it. But Union Minister of Environment and Forest has said that 80% of problems are internal, while a study done by IIT Kanpur is saying that it is not internal thing, it is stubble burning is also contributing. Some people consider that burning of rubbish is the main culprit, but the thing is we have to stop this blame games and we have to think and act as one. When I say one, we have to also take automobile industries, power producing industries and everyone on board, and we have to think about it because it is not any particular section of society that is getting affected. It is each and every single person, living organism living in this area which is getting affected due to bad pollution. Now Delhi, in the year of 2014 and 15, nearly 34% of winter season had air quality of danger level. If you see the figure of 2013-14, you find that 68% of winter season was having a very poor air quality. And now winter has just arrived this year and we are already inhaling choking air. Now pollution. This issue of air pollution is not only an issue that is affecting any individual, it is one of the biggest public health disasters we are facing. Remember, this is a topic of public health as well. If you find a question in your civil services mains or in your interview regarding public health, then you can also add pollution with it as well, apart from tuberculosis and malaria and other things. And I think we may find a question on public health because we have seen a pattern, like there was dengue, there was chikungunya, malaria, so, and we have this air pollution which is impacting lung and cancer, and all these things are happening because of this thing. So I'm expecting a question on public health in which we can use this thing. It can hit projects like Make in India and ease of doing business. Now we are promoting India as a factory. We want India to become a factory of the world. But the thing is, I really doubt who would send, if I would be a employer, then I would not like to send my employees to a place which is like a gas chamber, isn't it? And even if I send them, then it would be like, everyone knows that Delhi is one of the most polluted city, and if I send them, then there would be for a very short period of time, and I have to either pay them higher amount of salary, or I have to provide other facilities like air purifiers and other things. And generally speaking, people from out of India won't be, if they are coming from developed country, they won't be that much encouraged to risk their lives and work in Delhi. So Make in India, it can hit Make in India, ease of doing business, right? We are doing good when we are making changes in our GST and other things, right? For single window clearances, etc. But what about air pollution? Who would set up his or her factory in a gas chamber? They would rather move away to Bangladesh or Vietnam or any other South Asian country where they get people who are speaking English, they get cheap land, they get all this ease of doing business and everything, because in a competitive world, no country is going to stay behind India. They are also promoting Make in Vietnam. I'm not sure whether they are, but of course they will. Their leaders would be promoting their own country. They would like their country to be utilized as a manufacturing hub. And the other thing is, if you are a student, then I would say, who will go to Mukherjee Nagar for coaching classes? Who would like to study in gas chambers? I would not. Facts. Now, air quality index measure concentration of fine particulate matter, which are known as PM2.5 present in air. PM2.5 is dangerous because it can penetrate into human body lungs. It can stay there and cause cancer. Any value between 0 to 50 is considered good air quality by US Environmental Protection Agency. Now, National Capital Region has value of 1000, which is 20 times higher than prescribed limit for living a well life. Now, can you imagine? This is the scenario, this is the fact. Good air quality is where you find a unit of PM2.5 like something around 0 to 50. But in our capital, we have same thing, PM2.5 in 1000, which is 20 times higher, which is so dangerous. Why it happens in Delhi? This is interesting. Now, cold fronts. If you don't know what is cold fronts, then I would say like Google it, or you haven't finished your basics geography yet. If not, then don't worry, I'm going to provide you some videos on that thing as well. But for now, time being, just Google it, what is cold fronts, understand it, and then try to understand why it happens in Delhi. Now, what cold fronts does is that it locks the pollutants so they remain near ground. Now, lack of wind speed and low temperature, again, it stagnates and solidifies the pollutants. This is one of the main things. One thing is cold fronts, and the second thing is lack of wind speed and low temperature. Both of them are working against us. Now, study result of IIT Kanpur. Now, mix of sources responsible for PM2.5 changes seasonally in this region or in the region. Like 25% comes from vehicular emission, 30% is accounted for by sulfur and nitrogen oxide emissions from vehicles, industries, and power generation facilities. 26% comes from the burning of wood, cow dung, and agriculture waste for cooking and heating. And we are talking about winter. And remember, we are talking about 2.5, right? These are the contributors. 25% is vehicular emission, 30% is vehicle industry and power generation, 8% from burning of garbage, 5% comes from burning of coal and fly ash, and 4% comes from agriculture and road dust, and 2% from construction dust. Now, some steps that were taken by government, like in 2018 In October 2016, Government of India declared that by 2020 all cars should have BS6 engine. BS6 was about to come in 2028, but and there were many automobile industries that were not happy with government to implement it by 2020, but government has clearly rejected their demand, and which was about to come in 2028, it is going to come by 2020. Now BS3, I don't have figures for this one, but I can give you an example of BS3 and BS4. Now BS3 fuel has 350 ppm of sulfur, whereas BS4 has 50 ppm of sulfur, which is nearly 80% less than the previous one. Now BS6 is going to be radical change and good step. Now how to solve it? As I told you, I'm going to give you like some tips or some solutions of how to sort out this problem. Like step 1, we need an independent task force that has responsibility and authority, that can take decision. This independent task force should not be under central government, and it should neither be under Delhi government, or else they would start playing that ping pong game of blaming each other. This independent task force should be people who are expert in this field and who can play a leadership role, who can get things done, and they should have all authority that is required. Even if they have to lock down some industries, they can, and they should also be responsible to the people. Second thing is, we have to ensure, and if we want, we can also change our constitution, and we can add that clean air as a fundamental human right. Now we can associate Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and clean air and the Swachh Bharat tax, which is collected on different services. We can also utilize it for, say for example, providing funds to power industry so that they can upgrade themselves to more cleaner technology, or vehicular emission and something like that, or maybe garbage burning places can have new technology. This money that is collected from Swachh Bharat tax can be utilized in that area. Now we have to increase renewable purchase obligation. This applies to both private companies and government companies, that they should be relying more and more on renewable source of energy, and they should be cutting down on their coal-based energy source. And step 4 is smart management of coal fronts. Now we cannot do much about coal fronts because it is something natural, but what we can do is we can reduce construction activities in the winter time, and we can also implement odd-even scheme in the winter times. So that's everything. I hope this lecture has covered many things that are necessary for you to understand air pollution in India. I have given my best. All the information I have so far till 25th November 2016, it is here. If there is anything that I can add on to this one, it would be of course in a new lecture, but make sure you stay connected, subscribe our channel, and don't miss any of this lecture. If you don't understand in one shot, then I would highly recommend you to listen this video twice, thrice. You don't have to remember things, you have to understand it. Okay, always remember, understanding is the key. Step by step, go through it, make your notes, whatever you think which is helpful. You can always, or you can save this video as well, you can download it, so you can do that as well. And if you subscribe, then you can watch some more videos from me. Never ever try to learn so many things in one shot. Take your time, take it easy, and enjoy. Right, I'm waiting for your comments. Dear friends, this is Prashant Mauni signing off. I'll see you all soon. Take care. Goodbye.